What's up, everybody? We're back with another NC Niner Talk. I'm Nicholas, and this is my pal Carlos.
What's up?
Today we got a special guest back after a year. Had him in the Dallas Cowboys preview last year. Welcome back, Dave Canal.
What's up with it? Niner Empire all day, man.
Glad to have you back on the show.
Happy
Differing
to be
circumstances, though. Niners were 4-0 going to that game. Now they're 3-4. Thoughts on this season? How's it been going?
I mean, I've been a fan my whole life, bro. And so, I was born in the mid-'80s, and we've had the ups, we've had the downs. Like, I know what this is like. I've been through this before. A lot of NFL fans have seen their teams like this before. I do my best. Like, I mean, you know, I'm a counselor as for my profession. And so the one thing I try to really work with myself is to not let this team control my mental health on a day-to-day basis, right? And so, yeah, right. And so, I mean, the days of me being down when we're losing, like, I don't live that lifestyle no more. But I will say that this is obviously not what we expected, I think, coming out of a double-digit win season and a Super Bowl berth. But what it is, I mean, I'm sure if we look at certain things, we can pick out positives and things that are working well. I think it's not all negative. I think if we have a couple twists and turns, and it sounds cliche, and I'm aware of that, but if there's a couple twists and turns that go one way or the other, maybe this team is 5-2, or even 4-3, and we're feeling a little bit more positive. But to be quite honest, I think if these guys can turn it around. Hold on, baby. If these guys can turn around and figure out a way to make this work, I mean, who knows how the end of the season ends up going? You know what I'm saying? So
yeah. I mean, like, we've seen this in this position before. Turn around the season where fans are like, all right, we're gonna turn on this team, and they're not winning this year, and they just flip the switch. And we saw that 2 years ago, and that's when Purdy's first year. So. Going to count out the Niners until mathematically it's 0%, and there's just a lot to look forward to in the season, and there's a lot of downs, like you said. What about you, Papa?
Well, I'm here in Dallas. It just happened to be this way. I mean, what can I say? Dallas week.
That's the perfect spot to be.
Yeah, it just happened to be this way. And NC Niner Talk, we were in Minnesota. NC Niner Talk. I mean, I'm missing my better half, which is you, but I'm here representing NC Niner Talk. So we're here from Jerry Jones avoided me again today. I had an interview with him yesterday. He avoided me and had avoided me today. He looked at me. He just ran away, but it's all good though. What do I think? Just like Dave said. A lot of things could have gone different, but it is what it is. We're on to Dallas now. We can't feel sorry for ourselves. Ayuka's out. Debo may play, may not play. He got out of the hospital today. We're banged up all around, and you know what? We're playing a banged up Dallas team as well. So I think whoever wants to be a dog, like we mentioned it with the Chiefs, whoever wants to be a dog on Sunday night will win this game. If Dallas wants to be a dog, they're going to win, and it's going to be looking really bad for us. We're only one game back of our division, which that's our key. It's
true.
Because, I mean, the NFC is strong this year. There's a lot of
Look
teams.
At that NFC North,
especially them. We're not going to we probably can't catch up, probably no, but we just need to focus on our division. We can win our division, we get in the playoffs, but one game at a time, and no better way to get a team that's beat up, that's getting doubted, but at the same time, they're going to come hungry the way we are. Who better come hungry, or this team's going to just torch us. Dak is Dak. I think he's crazy overrated, but that's just me. But at any moment, he could just blow us up. I mean, obviously, our defense is not playing like they should. So I expect the Niners. They better show up. I mean, I'm getting to that point. Like, are you going to show up or not? Who's the real Niners? So what about you?
I mean, in this game, you come into this game, Dallas, they coming off the bye week, just got 47-9 against the Lions.
Yeah.
Niners coming off Super Bowl rematch. They're probably in their heads right now. Just lost to the Chiefs.
Yeah.
Things aren't looking too good. Injuries. I mean, it's just a lot of drama also.
Yeah.
This is the team where I've seen they have their backs against the wall and they just starts with games like this.
Well, you mentioned
Cowboys
it.
on Sunday night.
You said it. They did this a couple years ago, but this is not the same team from 2 years ago. That's the sucky part right now. We're gonna get
schedule is even more tougher.
We have Greenlaw and McCaffrey supposedly coming back after the bye week, but we need to get there. We need to get there on 4-on-4. I mean, it's a must. It's a must. We got to get there 4-on-4.
Mm-hmm.
It's just gonna get tougher and tougher to dig ourselves out. And like Dave said, and I said it again earlier, there's so many games already this year where we could have had, we should have won, but you know what? Could have, should have, would have. That don't get us wins. Even
Right.
Sunday.
Yeah.
Even Sunday, we should have scored more points. We should have been up big. The last two Super Bowls, I've been saying that we were up. We just couldn't finish. And same thing on Sunday. And for some reason, Sunday, it just became a domino effect, like a train wreck. Like, what the heck? But, you know. Dave, what do you think about this week, though? This week with Dallas? What are your thoughts?
I think if I'm a Dallas fan, I feel confident only because I'm not saying we're gonna lose, but if I'm a Dallas fan, I feel confident because when you get whooped like that by 40, and the next stage is you having to play a team that has your number on primetime television. I'm interested to see what that pregame talk is like in the locker room, right?
Yep.
So I don't think if I'm a Niner, I'm walking out on that field thinking these dudes want this game more than us, right?
Yeah.
And so with that being said, it's up to these guys on the field to figure it out, right? It's up to them to understand, like, you control this destiny. You go in 4-4. And the thing is like, the rest of the NFC is, I mean, I'd like to sit here and say that we are the elite of the NFC. We're not playing like it, right?
Yep.
I'm just keeping it real. Minnesota and their defense and, what their D coordinator is doing. I mean, they caught the audio. Yeah, they caught the audio of Brock Purdy in Minnesota and Minneapolis after that, right? And I'm watching them play against Detroit, and Detroit is far from a joke, right? Tampa Bay, as we said, like, with their receiving core being banged up, but with Baker just having that killer instinct, right? Green Bay is playing well. And of course, divisional games are always going to be hard. I watched Arizona fight last night, right?
And they won.
Yeah, exactly.
And now
so,
they're second in the division.
Yep.
Precisely. The Eagles are no slouch. I mean, like, I know we had their number the last time we played them, but now they got Saquon, and he looks rejuvenated, right? And so the thing is like, there's no cakewalk to this. And like, when I hear Niner fans talking about like, we're the Niners and we're this, okay, we're talking about previous stuff. These guys got to show out. They got to actually go out there and play the game, right? And as a fan, I'm going to do my part, to always be, a positive. But at the same time, like, these dudes got to go out there and play. They got to really go out there with that mindset of Super Bowl was last year. This is a brand new season. You got to bring it. And so, you're right. If they can swing into this bye week, 4-4, get healthy and get guys back, right? It sucks losing IU, bro, but we're not the only ones. Cleveland just lost to Deshaun Watson. Chris Godwin goes down with the ankle, right? There's dudes dropping left and right. And so
the Chiefs have Rashee Rice out.
Exactly. And they figured out a way because they were smoking us with Noah Gray, right? So, like, it's one of those things, like, and that's what good teams do, right? I mean, I think, what was I seeing? Andy Reid is 22-4 out of a bye week in his career, right? And Kyle, he owns, dude, I love Kyle, bro, but he owns him. He's proven it.
Yep.
I don't know what else to say. If we get another shot at the Super Bowl, that'd be the next time we would play them, right? We can figure out if he figured it out. But until then, I mean, the tea leaves are out there, right? And so, but if we could jump out of this bye week and knock out a hobbled Tampa Bay team in Tampa, and then we tear off and have to play teams like Green Bay and Buffalo on the road. You got Seattle at home before that. You got Miami with Tua probably back at that point. And
the Lions on Monday night.
The Lions on Monday night. And, so the thing is if I put it to you like this, if the Niners can get back to where they were last year, can't nobody tell us we didn't earn it. You know what I'm saying?
And that's what it is, Dave. They got to go. You know what? I was telling Nicholas, especially with this game, Andy Reid adjusted with all his injuries.
Yep.
It seems like Kyle's not adjusting at all.
At all.
And I actually I saw a post that this guy was like, I'm not blaming zero to Purdy for his interceptions. He's like, I blame Kyle Shanahan for not putting these guys in the right spots. Why did Andy Reid put his guys in the right position to be successful? And it's a good question. It's been over and over. I was telling Nicholas this. I'm like, come on now. Why aren't we using our I mean, obviously there's playmakers on that team. They could be third, fourth, fifth, or sixth, whatever. A jet sweep here, a Kittle using more in the red zone. The creativity, it just, I don't know, it just shuts down for some reason. I don't know. And
I watched the game twice, and Reed took away the middle of the field. The defense took away the middle of the field, and Brock eats
they straight up went man. They straight up went man. They're like, we're not going to zone because you're going to eat us up, and they did. They took everything in the middle.
Yeah, and you can throw all the excuses out in the book about not having Debo and not having CMC and not having Ayuk. I get it. But the thing is, like I said, they was smoking us with Xavier Worthy, who's a rookie. I know he's a talented rookie and fast as all hell, but a rookie. Yeah, because Kelsey really didn't do that. Wasn't the Kelsey that
he had like 25 yards.
No, and they still smoked us. So it's one of those things. Like, that's why there's no excuse. These guys got to play, right? I mean, the right side of the offensive line is is subpar. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not getting on Pooney as a rookie. I think he's doing a great job. I don't know what happened exactly with the Kansas City game, but I know he hadn't allowed a sack before that, right? And only a small number of pressures, right? And I do know that, like, what sucks is, like, the one stat that really stood out to me was, and I don't know the exact number, but Kyle is 0 and forever with it when he's losing in the fourth.
And it's only by 7 points. It's only by 7 points. It's not like he's losing by 14, 15, 16 points. It's just 7 points. So you're going to tell me, as an NFL coach or offensive mind, you can't be creative to come up with 7 points. I mean, it's obviously easier said than done, but this is what you get paid for. And if you're considered one of the best, you got to be able to come up with 7 points. I mean, somehow, some way. I mean, look at Andy Reid. He put on Nicholas. What did he put on? Wentz. He put like he put 2 quarterbacks in the third yard line. Like, what are we doing? Like, look what he's doing. Like, he doesn't just go out there and ball out. But man, it was
We watch teams do it every Sunday, man. We see teams do it every single Sunday where they are down in the fourth quarter and create a comeback situation where they win the game. We just saw, I mean, I know it wasn't 7 points, but Arizona did it last night. Like, I mean, can you drive down and score? Like, and with these weapons, right, and with this system, if it's supposed to be, I mean, everybody keeps talking, when they bring up the Niners, they talk about the system. And Kyle being an offensive genius. And, like I said, I'm not an NFL coach. I am a mental health professional. I'm not an NFL coach. I don't know what it's like to be on the sideline and to get no sleep for 6 days before a game and prep. But what I will say is, I know what it looks like when somebody's in their own head.
Yep.
And it's like, it feels like a lot of times Kyle be in his own dome, man. And like, he defeats himself on a regular basis. And, I saw this with, I'm kind of glad Harbaugh has an opportunity to be back in the NFL, because I saw this with him when he was our coach and he needed that W in Michigan to kind of get over the hump. And it's one of those things where I'm like, Kyle, sorry that the standards have been set and that, you can't just be at a mediocre franchise and settle for 10 wins a year and nobody shakes your seat. But like, you've set a standard for yourself as an NFC perennial team and a Super Bowl contender in the past. And so the stakes are always going to be high for you, bro. And like, so how do you deal with that? Because right now, Niner fans ain't happy. That's for sure. And I'm not sitting here calling for his job or anything like that. I'm not doing that.
But if they don't come out, with like some eagerness or some like hunger on Sunday, you're gonna be hearing a lot of boos, man.
Smack them in the teeth, man. With this Cowboys team and with Andy Reid, he has an offensive coordinator with him, with Matt Nagy, and with Kyle Shanahan, like you said, like a lot of load. Kyle Shanahan and like having to do with this offense. I feel they should get a coordinator to just, separate eyes, separate ideas, because Shanahan, the fans see it. I mean, everybody sees it. Sometimes he could crumble. Having another set of eyes to help him. Like you see, Andy Reid's never going to be on that hot seat. Because, like, creativity. And it's just having that another set of mind and another set of ideas could really help Shanahan out. But he does have that big mind and ego. That's going to be tough, but he has to make that sacrifice. And the Niners need to make a sacrifice.
What do you think, Nicholas? What you looking for this game against Dallas?
Dallas, they don't got a run game. Put it to you straight, like they
don't.
Lost Tony Pollard, didn't go get Derrick Henry. Their run game is atrocious. So Dak on the picks. If you make this team one-dimensional, it's a long day for Dallas. And what they did in that Sunday Night Football game last year.
He's going to throw
for Dak, and he had 3 interceptions that game, 42-10 outcome. I'm not saying they're gonna smack them by 40, but they just gotta show up and smack them in the teeth because this Niners team has been having an identity of dogs.
You know what though?
This is not the team I've been seeing for the past few years.
They gotta have some. They have some like real Niner pride. Like they gotta think of all the greats and like come to this. You know, it's a Cowboys game, man. Like
it's a Cowboys Sunday night. Like this is where,
man,
like, you've been down this whole season. This is where you show it. Slump, and this is where you show it. Sunday night against Dallas.
And Kittle already raised those stakes last year, bro, with the T-shirt, man. Like the thing is like, they didn't forget about that. I don't know.
Gotta back it up.
I don't know how healthy.
Micah Parsons, is always on that podcast.
I don't know how healthy he is. Parsons, I haven't checked. I haven't looked at like injury reports.
I don't think they're playing this week either.
There's no excuse then, man. It's like it's run between the hit those stretches and hit those edges and run up the score early and keep your foot on their neck. Like the crowd's gonna be crazy. Like, and I'll tell you right now, like I'm tapped in with a lot of the Niner fan base, and trust me, this is the one game that a lot of people circle. All them Niner fans that ain't from the Bay Area, this is the one where they all fly in. You know what I'm saying? They're all flying in. And like you're gonna see Niner fans out there from Texas. You're gonna see Niner fans out there from all over the country. There's gonna be Niner fans out there from international countries as well. Like the energy is gonna be there. When it's kickoff, it's gonna be crazy in there, right? And so the team the team owes it to the franchise, right? It's a whole nother conversation, but season ticket prices went up, right? And so a lot of people are sitting there looking at the performance of the team and being like, okay, like if I'm gonna pay this money, I'm trying to see something. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't gonna lie, I'm not gonna sell my tickets, but I'm one of them people that's like, what's up? Like, you know what I mean? Like if I'm sitting there, you marking us up 33%, I'm trying to see some product. You feel me? And so it's one of those things where like the fans gonna be out there juice, ready for just carnage out there. And the thing is the team owes it to us. So what they gonna do about it? You know what I'm saying? And I mean, we're gonna find out Sunday night, and the rest of the country gonna be watching because you're gonna see all the talking heads that have been backing us up, crossing their fingers, hoping we can prove it, and you're gonna see the other side of them wanting us to lose. You know what I'm saying? Because they're trying to see us fall down. And 60 minutes of football, we're gonna find out.
Yeah, and exactly what we were saying with Purdy, like, he had a horrible game, like, but he's not a horrible quarterback, and we know that. We've seen it. So this is where he's gonna show, all right, because he can't do nothing without the Avengers and all this. He doesn't have his weapons. So this is the game where Purdy's like, where you show up, like get all these haters, get all these critics out the way. Purdy, play your game. Play your game you did against Dallas last year. Exactly what you need to do. And he did more than just manage the game. He had 4 touchdowns and 2 dots the whole game. Yep. That's what you need in this game from Purdy.
Yeah, and he might be out there again without. I don't know what Debo's stat. I mean, pneumonia and fluid in lungs is tough, bro. Yeah, tough. But you got
Jennings with a hip,
right? But you got one of the best tight ends in football. You know what I'm saying?
Gotta use him, right? Use this guy.
And I mean, I would argue he's been one of the best, if not the best, this season as far as statistics producing wise. And so it's. You got somebody, you feel me? And all the other dudes got to stand up and show out, right? I mean,
Ricky.
Yeah, we got Ricky 50 Cent Pearsall out there. Like, Like, bro, I mean, he's obviously a tough dude. To go out there and show us something. He's got his first catch out the way. It's time to show out. This is a perfect opportunity for him to light it up on national television. You know what I'm saying? He had a stand and O when he came out. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, and so, you know, and who knows? We'll see. Cowan is
Cowan.
I want to see something out of him. You know, Chris Conley was efficient in the Super Bowl. Like, you know, I want, or in the playoffs last year. Like, there's no excuse, bro. We have the best left tackle in the league. You know, efficient fullback, and you have a gutsy quarterback, right? Like, this dude is the one thing you can't deny, dude. I don't care if you love him, hate him, don't like him. Like, Purdy's got guts, bro. He ain't no punk. He ain't no punk.
Yeah.
And like, you know, he's gonna go out there and play, right? I don't see him having 2 games in a row where he ends up with 5 or 6 picks total. Like, you know, if you combine the games together, I just don't see it. I think at home the crowd's gonna be pumped. I don't think they enjoyed taking that licking last week, right? Or you know, on Sunday. And so I won't be at the game personally, just because of family and stuff. But like, I'll be, as soon as I get home, I'm watching it. And I'm expecting these guys to go into the bye week 500, and hopefully can win, you know, 8 or 9 of the next games. You know what I'm saying? And just rip things. And if not, I mean, 11 might be enough to do it, right? Can they win 7 of their last? I'm trying to do the math in mind. Can they win 7? Right? Can they win 7 of the remaining games, right?
Yep.
And be in the picture. I mean, I don't know if we end up hosting a playoff game if that's the case, but I've watched this team win road playoff games. So I don't give it. I don't care where we play. I don't care where we play at, but they got to figure this out. They got to figure it out fast.
Yep. Exactly. And it starts this week. So,
what's your score prediction, Papa?
Because they're banged up too. I don't think it's. I mean, they could score, but I feel like it's going to be like a 25-28. I think they could smack the Cowboys just because. Man, it's like this is probably like the first week other than Kansas City that I'm like, damn, can they really whoop? I'm always picking them to have 28 because I feel that they have such a powerful offense. I think they do, but they just got to show it. Last week they were giving the ball. Mahomes gave us the ball like twice, and we couldn't do nothing with it. So Dak is going to give us the ball again, but can we execute and get those touchdowns? And I feel
keep
because
them one-dimensional.
Niners need to win. They have to win this game. I feel they're going to score 28 to 10. 28-10
What about you, Dave?
I mean, you remember last year, I don't like doing predictions, but I'm going to turn it around this time, man. Just for the content, I'm going to turn it around this time. So my thing is, I actually agree with you on the 28. I think, like, I mean, this team wants to drop 30, but with the fact that with missing IU, potentially not having Debo, not having CMC, 30 is tough to hit. But with that being said, I think 27-28 is a big possibility. Dallas got arguably the best kicker in the league. And so I can see him dropping three field goals easy. So I'm gonna give him the 9, and I think Dak gets 1. So I'm gonna go with I think it's 28-16.
Yep. Sounds good.
28-16. Yeah, Brandon Aubrey.
I think it's 28-16. Yeah, bro, he's crazy, bro. Like, it's one of them things where you got to think too, if this defense can stop them at the 30-yard line, 35-yard line, keep them out of the end zone. But the thing is, most teams, like, it's up in the air. He's burying that. So, like, I think if we can stop them there, you need to stop them midfield or keep them on the other side. But if they cross that 40, they're good for 3 if Dak don't turn it over, right? Yeah. So I'll give them 3 of those. I think they'll earn 3 of those, to be honest. But my money's if we can score touchdowns, we'll win the game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about you, Nicholas?
I mean, like you said, it's just tough to tell right now. And I mean, they've shown with it dropped 36 on the Seahawks and then only scored 23 against the Rams, the Cardinals, and they've been very inconsistent this year. But I think this the game where they show out. And on Sunday night, like we've been preaching, like, broken record, Sunday night football against Dallas, this is the time where you got to show it. And 27-13, 27-13.
27-13. Let's go. Let's get it.
Yep. And they shut down Dallas. They don't got a run game, keep them one-dimensional. I think Dak throws a few picks also.
Oh, yeah.
And Niners get a defensive touchdown in this game.
Yeah.
I think they're gonna get a defensive touchdown this game.
That would help. That would help us out a lot. Yeah, exactly.
That's gonna help that touchdown.
That'll help a lot.
Anytime you get a pick six, bro, it turns things around for the offense, man.
For sure, and that crowd is gonna go crazy when that happens.
It's gonna be crazy. So,
what about your offense and defensive X factors for this game? We'll start with you, Pablo.
We need the running game to get going, to be honest with you. And if we could get the running game going, it's gonna open it up for Purdy. So I'm looking for a big game for a running team. I mean, everybody. I will call everybody on deck. Whoever could run. We just need a big running game, at least for me.
Yeah.
And like 1A, 1B is Purdy. Purdy needs to get back to what he does, and maybe with this week practice with all these wide receivers, he'll be on the same page. On defense, man, I haven't seen Fred Warner in the last few weeks, so I need to see him. And then we just gotta bring it. That's just me though. Go ahead.
What about you, Dave?
Like I said, you talk a big game, you got to back it up, bro. It's Kittle on mine. I think work in the middle of that field is imperative, especially with them having the injuries that they're dealing with. For sure, defense. I'm going with the hyena, bro. Like you said, he's going to throw one, bro. And he's been balling out. And I think and I love his. That's my son right there. You a Niner fan? Yeah. Right. And so, he's crazy. He's looking forward to this game on Sunday night for sure.
I bet he is.
But I think Diamador Lenore is the dude who gets that interception. And so those are mine, bro. Kittle and Lenore.
Let's do it.
Yes, sir. Well, with Dallas,
where are you?
We're dropped in their head. 47 by the Lions. They just smacked around this season like bad, and I think that means Purdy's gonna have a comeback game, and that's gonna consist with Kittle. Like you said, Kittle's yours. But I think I'm gonna go with Purdy also. I think this is an important game for Purdy to get out of his mind too. To stop being. He looked a little hesitant. I mean, this is a very big mental game on this one. You just got to get out of your head and have a big game on the biggest stage of the regular season, Sunday night. So, for defense, you went Fred Warner and Hyena. I'm going to go. I've been saying Leonard Floyd for the past few weeks. I'm going to go Leonard Floyd one more time.
I mean, he sacked Mahomes, so he did some.
Sacked Mahomes.
Week, so,
yeah.
Got to keep it going.
Getting attention. Leonard Floyd is going to eat, and he's been doing really solid for this defensive line. And they got to bring the pressure, force turnovers. Get the ball back for Purdy, score the football. It's a long day for the Dallas Cowboys and those fans. Hopefully they get a little shots of the Cowboys fans in the stadium, and then show the
never
score
gets
also.
old.
Hey man, the best part when
Real
Dallas loses is seeing Stephen A. Smith's video. So I can't wait.
He puts the camera and he goes right here. That's man. Get a dub. Like, come on, let's get a dub. Niners.
For real.
Let's get it.
Sunday night, man.
Against the Cowboys. Dave, thanks for joining us, man. Appreciate it.
Thank you for joining the show again.
It's a pleasure, man. I'm just happy to be amongst passionate Niner fans, dude. Like this is the culture, man. Like I said, we're different than a lot of fan bases. I know tons of fan bases are passionate. We do how we do it differently, man. I'm just happy to be a part of this family, bro. So
appreciate
it. We'd like to have you on again soon. Just let us
Let's do something for the playoffs, man.
Yes.
Playoffs? Oh, it sounds good then. Hey, Niners
you
making the playoffs. They're gonna make a playoff push.
Let's do it.
I fully believe it, bro. I fully believe it. Like I said, I'll predict that much.
It starts
this week.
Thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. Like, comment, subscribe. Let's go Niners, baby. Peace.
Bang, bang.